Hey guys, welcome back to Los Artilleros. I'm Eldam86. So it's finally happened. Club America's young 21-year-old player, Edson Alvarez, has finally joined Eredivisie club Ajax. Before I get into the issues with that deal, I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. So, back in May, when he renewed his contract with Club America, I talked a lot of smack to a couple of Club America mates of mine on Twitter. I just wanted to explain why I did that and why I was disappointed with that. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm from an English Premier League background, and I can tell you that a player signing and renewing his contract with a club and then being sold 2 months later in the same transfer window doesn't happen. As far as I know, it doesn't really happen anywhere in Europe. I get why Club America did it. They obviously wanted to get as much money as they possibly could for him, because obviously he's so important to them and is valuable as well. But that never happens in Europe. So when they renewed his deal, my thought process was, obviously they want to get more money for him, but my thought process was that they convinced him to stay for the Apertura, maybe win a trophy or two more with them, and then they may have promised him that he'd go in January. That's what would have happened in England. Certainly in the Premier League, that's what would have happened, especially for a 21-year-old that plays for his country. So that's why I was a bit disappointed. I was quite disappointed actually, because I think it's hard enough for a young Mexican player to leave Mexico, especially for Europe. And I thought America was making it more difficult for him by raising his price. I mean, from what I can tell, they almost doubled his worth. So yeah, from my point of view, I don't think of any other time that's happened. Normally in Europe, especially in the Premier League, like a friend of mine mentioned Sterling and Suarez. Normally what would happen is they'd renew the contract and either loan the player out, or they'd renew his contract and then sell him in the next transfer window. They wouldn't renew his contract and sell him in the same transfer window. As far as I know, Alvarez is the only player that I know that's done that. But kudos to America. Obviously they stuck to their promise. They obviously promised him that they'd try and sell him as quickly and easily as possible. Obviously, looking back now, Ajax has probably been in for him for quite a while, and all parties are probably aware that Ajax were probably going to buy him this summer anyway. Kudos to Ajax as well. They weren't put off by his increased value. Obviously, they've just sold a couple of their biggest players. I think they've got like 150 million from player sales this summer for De Jong and De Ligt. So I think Alvarez went for about $50 million, which is nothing compared to the amount of money they've just got for their players. But kudos for them for sticking with him and still buying him. I think it's a real sign that they really value him and they really want him. So it looks good that he's going to get decent chances for them to prove himself. I think 2 or 3 games of him proving himself will probably cement his place in their starting lineup, in my opinion. Although I don't know too much about their squad or the league in general. But it's a massive move for the player. I think he's proved himself. He's done all he can, I think, in Mexico. I think he needs to step forward. And being at 21 years old, you can't really ask much more of him. He was integral for Mexico in the Gold Cup. He helped them win that Gold Cup, in my opinion. He was one of Mexico's best players, in my opinion. So yeah, I think it's a great move for Mexico and the player and Club America and Ajax, in my opinion, for everyone concerned. I'm super excited. I can't wait for him to start his new season with his new club. I think my prediction is that he's going to be there for 2, maybe 3 years. And if his career keeps going the way it has been, I can see him going to a bigger European club at some point around when he's 23, 24. But yeah, I think the Dutch league's his to conquer, in my opinion. I think Ajax will probably win the league in this coming season. I think PSV are great, but I think Ajax just, there's something special about Ajax. Obviously, I love Ajax because of Bergkamp and Overmars for their Arsenal connections, but Ajax is special worldwide. I think they're renowned for making quality players.